So AEW Dynamite happened. It's Maximum Carnage, some stupid event that they decided to do, and it's a fake show that people want that they're gonna make people pretend to care about. So it's Kenny Omega showing up. It's machine versus machine, which what the fuck does that supposed to mean, or who the fuck cares? Kenny Omega does defeat Brian Cage. He was able to lift him up for his finisher. Sadly, no one cared for the match because they barely showed Brian Cage, and I don't know. It just like wow, kind of makes Kenny Omega like not that I care, but I don't know. After the match, Kyle Fletcher, Lance Archer attacks Omega, but then Ospreay makes the save. But then Konosuke take a shit, comes out and distracts Omega, leading to them overpowering them. So the Don Callis family overpowers them. We see Ricochet. Ricochet comes out. And he comes out to address the crowd. Before that, Prince Nana hits him with a steel chair. Then Swerve Strickland comes in the ring. He was about to hit him with chains, but then Swerve walks away or runs away. We get some stupid vlog about the day of life of Mercedes Moné that nobody cares about. So much for this like pay-per-view special on TV cliche. She's not even on the show. I don't care. The Hurt Syndicate defeat Mark Briscoe and Private Party. Whatever. This is announced for the February 5th episode of Dynamite. Why that episode specifically? Like, why is that episode specifically February 5th? Why? I don't know. We then get a MJF and Jeff Jarrett face off. Jeff Jarrett talking about how, I am the last outlaw. Didn't the Undertaker call himself the last outlaw? Well, for a little bit. Whatever. Jeff Jarrett talking about the last outlaw. And, I'm still chasing myself. Well, even though MJF offered me a shot, but, I'm going to do my own thing. But MJF comes out immediately. He says, you're a living legend. And you are the professional wrestler's Grim Reaper. But you're a raging alcoholic. I want to make sure Jeff Jarrett sticks around because you're tough, and with her, you'll keep her back to Jarrett from Tennessee because I know Olympic gold medalists and a generation of talent balls taste like, or whatever. Basically they mentioned Kurt Angle a little bit. I guess get it, Karen Jarrett, Jarrett then says, I know my best years are behind me, but the fans are winking my passion, and I'm going to keep on getting that passion of putting the track to become the AEW World Champion. Your mom, is a call girl. And the night that, you faced Will Ospreay, your mom was doing 6-man with 10 other different wrestlers. Because he said he was MJF before MJF was a thing, and he made fun of his mother. Like, wow, whoop-de-doo. I don't even, whatever. MJF says, you're nothing like, I'm nothing like you, and I didn't need my dad to get a wrestling business and to be the top guy like you did. It pisses me off because Jarrett was your best friend, Owen. That it pisses me off, and that is because you and your best friend with Owen Hart, and I think that you're owed a great finale in wrestling, but you can't leech a riding Owen's coattail. He mentioned basically, they mentioned Owen Hart, they mentioned his death, and that so they're using Owen Hart's death as shock value. Listen, that's a thing in wrestling. Like, I'm not hating on the entirely, but I just do think it's hypocritical that AEW wants to talk about how they're they're all respectful to Owen and Owen Hart's wife. She's not happy what WWE did, or she's not happy to will and work with WWE to celebrate Owen. But yet, she'll happily sign with AEW, and they'll literally mention his death. Like, it's a wrestling thing, don't be wrong to mention. I have no real big issue really using like, especially since they're doing the Owen Hart Cup. It was bound to happen where someone mentions Owen Hart to Jeff Jarrett's and Jeff Jarrett's in the AEW, and they're like best buds. Um, but it's like at the end of the day, is like how hypocritical this shit is. Like, this is an accurate picture. You know what I mean? Like, this is so accurate. Jarrett goes to attack MJF, but Karen Jarrett comes out, and then MJF proceeds to grab Karen to use them as a shield to escape the ring momentarily. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Some people, this is like a mixed segment. I didn't hate the segment. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hate. I don't hate the segment. You know, I'm sure this is gonna be something. It's just the end of the day. It's like, wow, AEW is very hypocritical, or, you know, it just kind of exposes Mrs. Hart. What's her name? I don't even know. Owen Hart's wife. That it's kind of iffy, you know. That's all I have to say. Hook defeated Christian Cage by disqualification. This match was literally built up for this entire time, and it gets a disqualification. Not that I really cared. The patriarchy attacks Hook, but then Shibata shows up, gets overwhelmed, but then Samoa Joe returns and beats them up. I don't know, overcomes, whatever. Dustin Rhodes meets with Jeff Jarrett backstage. Dustin says that MJF is disrespectful and knows nothing about pain and struggle, and that they've been through their lives. Dustin says if Jarrett really wants to become the world champion again, he'll be rooting for him, and how the true outlaws never dies. Which, whatever. Toni Storm wins the Casino Gauntlet match to face Mariah May to the AEW Women's title in Grand Slam Australia. Yeah, so this show is like, I don't know, a special instead of a pay-per-view. They're in and they're gonna do it on Saturday, or they're gonna air on TNT. I don't know, whatever. So this is gonna basically be like a Saturday night main event type of thing. I don't know. Yeah. During this match, some bitch debuted. Then no one really knows. I don't know, like some chick that people pretend to know. I don't know her name, nor do I care. So, but yeah, get it. That's the big thing that happened. Who cares? Yeah, this chick, I don't even know. Like, someone pretend to know who she is. I don't know. Some wasted debut. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. Apparently, I don't know. Is she white, black? I don't care. I don't even care. Who the fuck is this person? Stop pretending. Who you guys know who the fuck she is? Oh, how come I forgot to mention Jericho's New York Minute? He talks about how there's going to be a 12-man tag match on Collision. And he says why people are wondering why the Death Riders are teaming up with the Death with Mox. Why they're teaming up with, because he knows Mox for a long time, and he knows Mox isn't talking about Jericho and what's the problem with AEW. And he sure as it was be on the same page, which goes to show like what sense does that make? Those people teaming up together when they make when they have like different direct. I don't even go fuck, man. I don't care. I don't care. This is set for next week. Whatever. The Undisputed Kingdom talks about winning gold in 2025. Well, they're definitely going to have golden shadows for each other, so that's for damn sure. And in the main event, Mox retains and because of the interference of Yuta, whatever. So Moxley defeats House Hop as expected. Moxley. So it took like his finisher hit with a briefcase and the choke to knock out Hobbs for him to win. Eventually, they beat down on Hobbs. So they beat him down. They even went after his leg, but then so they right before his leg, so right after his leg gets like injured, that's when Edge and the FTR they come out. It's like, wow, they took their sweet ass time. It's like, it's like, wow, they literally waited after the moment to happen. Like they didn't come immediately to just save, or at least were by ringside to make sure nothing happens. Like. It's like they just let it happen. The fuck is this shit? Just like I don't know, man. I don't know. And then I could just tell this could be some bullshit where Powerhouse Hobbs blames them on FTR and Edge if he ever turns on them or something. And I could just tell that's what's gonna happen. Whatever. They're gonna have I don't know, a 12-man tag on Collision. Even if that even makes people want to watch. I don't even think that's enough. Like, I don't know. Unless you're, like, again, home in this cold weather to have nothing to do, then sure. But it's like, who the fuck's gonna watch the whole show aside from that match? But anyways, yeah, no one really cares about this show, honestly. I don't know, maximum carnage, right? And yet no real carnage happened. Nothing really cared about. Yeah, it was definitely maximum horse shit. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye.